Imagine waking up in a mysterious underground bunker with no idea how you got there, and being told the world outside is no longer safe, as one woman must decide if the real danger is outside or right there with her. Welcome to your channel, Home of Movies. Today, we will be recapping a drama and mystery movie titled 10 Cloverfield Lane, 2016. I hope you enjoy it. The movie begins with Michelle. After a heated argument with her fiancé, Michelle decides to leave, placing her engagement ring and apartment keys on the table. She drives through the countryside, noticing a car following her for a while. During the drive, her fiancé calls, trying to convince her to come back, but she refuses to talk. While listening to the radio, a news report about widespread power outages distracts her, causing her to crash her car, flipping several times. Michelle loses consciousness. She wakes up in a concrete room with an IV connected to her arm and her leg restrained with metal chains. Her belongings are piled in a corner. Using the IV stand, she reaches her phone, but there is no signal. Moments later, a large man enters and places a tray of food in front of her. She pleads with him to let her go, but the man, Howard, explains that he saved her life, leaving her the key to unlock her shackles before leaving. Michelle frees herself, sharpens a crutch, and prepares to defend herself. She sets a fire in the ventilation duct to trigger the fire alarm. When Howard rushes in, he injects her with something, causing her to pass out again. Upon waking, Howard tells her that there has been a catastrophic attack on the surface and that the air outside is contaminated. He rescued her and brought her to his bunker beneath his farm. Howard insists the air won't be safe to breathe for at least a year, possibly longer, depending on the nature of the attack, suggesting it might even be aliens. Michelle, wanting to contact her family, is told that everyone outside is likely dead. While Michelle processes this, there's a noise from the next room. Howard leaves to investigate, angrily reminding her she should be grateful for his help before introducing himself. The next day, Michelle wakes up to a noise from above. Exploring, she meets Emmett, another resident of the bunker, who confirms Howard's story about the attack. Emmett had witnessed something in the sky and rushed to the bunker for safety. Howard gives Michelle a tour of the bunker, which includes a communal area with filtered air, a kitchen, a TV, and movies. Howard explains that water is limited, and they must be careful with resources. Michelle notices women's magazines, which Howard says belong to Megan, someone no longer with them. During dinner, Michelle hears a noise outside, but Howard dismisses it, explaining again that no one is left on the surface. Later, Howard shows Michelle the outside world through a small window, where she sees dead pigs covered in sores, proof of the contaminated environment. She also notices Howard's truck, the same one that had followed her before the accident. Howard reassures her that the bunker is secure and that no one can enter without his permission. Emmett explains more about Howard's past, revealing that Howard once worked in the Navy and built the bunker due to his obsession with conspiracy theories. Emmett wasn't kidnapped. He had chosen to come to the bunker after witnessing the attack. Michelle, however, still suspects that Howard may be lying, pointing out that it was his car that followed her before the crash. Tensions rise when Howard overhears Michelle and Emmett discussing the situation. At dinner, Michelle and Emmett try to lighten the mood by playing Monopoly, but Howard's temper flares. Michelle takes advantage of the distraction, stealing Howard's keys and attempting to escape. Howard notices her behavior, but before he can stop her, a loud noise diverts his attention. Michelle makes a run for the bunker's exit, reaching the airlock just in time. Through a small window, Michelle sees a car approaching the farm. She screams for help, but it's a woman with a severe skin infection, begging to be let inside. Howard warns Michelle that the woman is infected and it's too late to save her. Reluctantly, Michelle returns to the bunker, finally realizing that Howard might have been telling the truth about the outside world being dangerous. Later, Howard confesses that he caused Michelle's accident but claims it was an accident that ultimately saved her life. He gives her clothes and insists she shower, as she had been near the contaminated door. Howard shares stories about his life, particularly about his daughter Megan, who wanted to be an artist. He shows Michelle a photo of a young girl, lamenting that his ex-wife took Megan to Chicago, turning her against him. Howard's frustration grows, claiming that people never care about their safety. hinting at deeper paranoia and control issues. Over time, Michelle, Emmett, and Howard settle into a routine, sharing meals and playing games as they try to adjust to life in the bunker. Despite the uneasy peace, Michelle remains suspicious of Howard. One day, the air filtration system malfunctions, and Howard asks Michelle to climb through the ventilation shaft to fix it. As she does so, she spots a message etched in the glass, "Help," along with a bloody earring, the same one Megan wore in the photo Howard showed her. This discovery deepens Michelle's suspicions. Michelle shares her findings with Emmett, who realizes that the girl in the photo isn't Megan, but Brittany, a local girl who went missing years ago. Together, they realize they're in danger and start planning an escape. Michelle begins making a makeshift biohazard suit from a shower curtain, while Emmett constructs a homemade gas mask. Their plan is to take Howard's gun, restrain him, and get out. During a game of charades, Howard becomes suspicious, sensing something is wrong. Days later, he confronts them, revealing that he found the tools they had hidden. In a chilling moment, he dissolves the escape tools in hydrochloric acid, warning them that he knows they're plotting against him. When Emmett takes the blame for the escape attempt, Howard coldly shoots him, leaving Michelle horrified. Howard tries to comfort Michelle, promising that she'll be safe with him. He starts talking about how they can live happily together in the bunker, but Michelle is determined to escape. While grieving for Emmett, she continues working on her biohazard suit. One night, Howard discovers the suit hidden among her belongings, and a confrontation ensues. In a desperate move, Michelle knocks over the barrel of acid, causing a fire. She narrowly escapes as Howard, severely injured, tries to stop her. The fire quickly engulfs the bunker, forcing Michelle to make a desperate escape. Crawling through the ventilation shaft, she dodges Howard's attempts to stab her. Eventually, she reaches the air filtration room and manages to don her biohazard suit. Using a can of liquid nitrogen, she freezes and breaks the lock on the outer door, finally escaping to the outside. Outside, Michelle heads towards a car, but tears her suit in the process. Panicking, she uses duct tape to seal the rip. Just as she starts to relax, she notices birds flying overhead. Realizing that the air isn't toxic after all, she removes her gas mask, but her relief is short-lived as she spots an alien spaceship in the distance. As the bunker explodes behind her, the alien ship is drawn to the noise. In a panic, Michelle searches for the car keys but can't find them. She runs to the car of the woman who had tried to enter the bunker earlier, but the car alarm goes off, drawing the attention of the alien. Michelle hides in a nearby shed, where she finds the body of the infected woman and retrieves her keys. The alien creature begins investigating the shed, forcing its way through the door, but Michelle seizes the opportunity to sprint towards Howard's house. As she reaches the house, the alien ship flies overhead, releasing a poisonous gas. Michelle quickly puts on her gas mask, surviving the chemical attack. She hides in the car, but the alien ship begins lifting the vehicle into the air. Inside, Michelle finds a bottle of flammable liquid and a lighter. She creates a Molotov cocktail and throws it into the ship's mouth-like opening, causing an explosion that destroys the alien. The car crashes to the ground, but Michelle survives. Climbing out of the wreckage, Michelle drives away in the woman's car. As she drives, she tunes into a radio broadcast reporting humanity's victories against the alien invaders. The broadcast calls for survivors with medical or combat experience to head to Houston. As Michelle listens, she sees a sign pointing towards Houston. Determined to help, she drives in that direction. Lightning flashes in the sky, revealing an even larger alien ship looming on the horizon. Though the movie is not a masterpiece, the skillful execution and gradual buildup of tension, along with the unsettling questions about trust and survival, make it an engaging thriller. End the movie. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our other recaps and subscribe for more content. And leave comment below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.